Great, thank you, Bill. So my name is Kevin Shively. I'm the chair of the Trumbull Town Council Finance Committee, and we will call this meeting to order at 7:02 p.m. I'd like everyone to join me as we begin with a recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
to the
of the United States of America,
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Kevin Shively. Kevin Shively.
Here, can you not hear me?
I did not hear you. Thank you. Michael Miller.
Here.
Ashley Gaudiano.
Here.
Mary Isaac.
Here.
Lori Rosasco Schwartz.
Here.
Tony Cinto.
Here.
Carol Hans.
Here.
And Donna Siddell.
Okay. So we have just 4 resolutions before us this evening. And to begin with, I would like to ask Ms. Isaac, would you please bring resolution TC 28-159 to the floor?
Certainly. Resolution TC 28-159, be it resolved that Abigail Whitmoyer of 30 Lansing Avenue, being the same, is hereby appointed as a member of the Trumbull Day Commission for a term extending to September 1st, 2022.
Do I have a second?
Second, Ashley Gaudiano.
Thank you. Is Ms. Whitmoyer with us this evening? Ms., I should say. Don't believe I see her.
Yes,
on.
she is here, Mr. Chairman. This is Cindy Katsky.
Looking.
Muted, but she's here.
There, she's unmuted now.
Ms. Whitmore, would you please let us know your party affiliation and address, please, for the record? Actually, your address was already in the resolution. What's your party affiliation?
I think
Sorry,
she's working on her audio.
Not sure, I can't hear you, Abby.
She's an unaffiliated.
Unaffiliated, okay, thank you very much for confirming that.
You're welcome.
If you down where the mute, there's a arrow there, you might be able to select to make sure your microphone is selected so that we can hear you better if there's any questions. I guess I should ask, are there any questions of the committee of Ms. Whitmore?
I think we could cut her some slack tonight, and if we have questions another night.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, Kevin, it's Tony.
Yes.
I don't have
please.
a question for any one of the folks. I just have a question about the makeup of the current makeup of the committee.
Of the Trumbull Day Commission?
Yeah, I don't, the webpage might not be updated. So I was just wondering if you knew, or maybe someone else knows, or they can get back to me, so they're not gonna want to hold up the whole meeting for it, but just thought I'd ask, that's all.
Sure. Cindy, do you happen to know, Cindy Katsky?
Annie would be able to speak to that.
Or
Right.
Mike? Okay, please.
I can, right now it's mostly used, Tony. The last Republican who was on resigned because of extra work duties that were assigned. So right now I believe it's mostly used, and maybe 2 Democrats. We just lost our last R.
I'm opening up the list right now, so I'll be able to tell you. This is Cindy Katsky. Just have to get there. Hold on. Okay. So we have 3 Ds and 3 U's. And
this would be a 4th U, is that what you're saying?
we have added, I I don't think this list is fully updated. We have added, the last person we added, Kathy.
I can't off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm
Excuse me,
not.
this is Vicky Tesoro. Why don't we just get an updated list for Tony?
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Yeah,
Just
I
so
don't
you
have
have
it.
information. Thank you.
Yep, that makes perfect sense to me. Is that okay with Tony? We'll provide you with the list.
That's fine.
Great.
I would
Okay.
just, since Abby seems to have audio problems, I would just tell you that Abby is with one of the volunteer fire departments as a volunteer, not firefighter, but a volunteer with the fire department, and is at Trumbull Day to begin with. She helped with the dunk tank that the fire department had set up at the last Trumbull Day. So one of the reasons she'd like to do it is she's already there, and it's fun, and she wanted to participate in it. Abby, did I say that well?
Yeah, you got it, Kathy. Thank
Oh, there you
Hey,
go.
we got you.
Sorry, it's finally worked. I tried another laptop. I'm so sorry.
That's
No,
okay.
great. Well, we're happy to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Any other questions of Abby before we call for a vote?
I just want to say thank you for volunteering. It's nice to have young people join some of these commissions, and especially Trumbull Day. I think you'll be able to add a lot. So thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Do I hear any objection to passing this recommendation by unanimous consent?
No objection.
No.
Okay, hearing none, the resolution is passed by unanimous consent. Tony Cinto, would you please bring resolution TC 28-160 to the floor?
Okay, super. Resolution TC-28-160 to consider the act upon a
Or be it
resolution.
resolved, I think is the one we're.
I don't have that one up here. Sorry, Kevin, I got the wrong
Yeah,
one.
no
up
problem.
Here. All right, be resolved. Resolution TC 28-160 to consider the act upon a resolution which would appoint Jennifer, I hope I say her name right, Urangina, did I say that right? Of
Gwen.
Oh,
Very
sorry. Sorry. Nashua Road as a member of the Trumbull Day Commission for a term extended to September 1st, 2024. Sorry about that, Jennifer.
Don't worry.
And do I have a second?
Second, Ashley Scariano.
Thank you. And discussion. Do we have any questions of Miss Uriguen? Did I say that correctly?
It's great. Thank you.
I'm trying. Any
Not other
questions?
than Jen, it's good to see you, and thank you for volunteering for this. We
Hi.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
And I asked Abby this, so just to be consistent, can you just confirm to us what your party affiliation is?
It's unaffiliated.
Okay.
I'm a U.
Yep. Great.
Good for you.
Thank you very much.
And
Trumbull
this
Day
is Kathy
Commission is certainly
McGann.
not a partisan thing, right? We all like to have fun together.
This is
That's
Kathy McGann, and I wanted to thank Jen for reaching out to us. I have not met Jen. It's the first time seeing her tonight, but she reached out by application to participate in Trumbull Day. So when people volunteer, we take them. We take them. So thank you for volunteering, Jen. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, I second that. Yeah. So any further discussion or questions of the nominee? Hearing none, is there any objection to passing this resolution by unanimous consent?
Objection.
Hearing none, TC 28-160 is passed by unanimous consent. Mr. Miller, would you please bring resolution TC 28-161 to the floor, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, resolution TC 28-161, be it resolved that the first selectman, having recommended the appointment of Kathleen Champion of 39 Undercliff Road as a member of the Police Commission, Kathleen Champion being the same is hereby appointed to the Police Commission for a term extending to the first Monday of December 2021.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ashley Gaudiano. Discussion. Is there any questions of Ms. Champion? Ms. Champion, I'll start actually and ask you to just clarify what is your party affiliation?
Democrat.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions of Ms. Champion from the committee?
Kevin, it's Tony. Oh, if somebody else wants to go first.
Go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead, Tony. I'll go next.
Okay, thanks. Just a couple questions. Are you still doing the communications for the administration?
Well, I'm still in contact with the first selectman, but I haven't been in the office or really have done much since the pandemic. So it's been about a year since I've been involved heavily.
Okay, thank you for that. And this is also, if I could get an updated list of the police commission, if you guys don't mind.
I think that would be, would that be the administration? Would that be the clerk? Would do that, just like the same thing that we would do for
We can get that information from Mr.
You'll get that.
Yeah, there used to be a running list, but I haven't seen it in a while of all the commissions, but I haven't seen it in a long time. So, yeah, especially for the police commission, because I'm not really, I've been out of touch with the police commission, so I'm not really sure who's on there and who's not on there anymore. I appreciate it when you get a chance. I'd be thankful. Thank you.
And just a reminder, just so we're all on the same page here, you know, Ms. Champion, in whatever capacity she has helped out with the town government, has been a volunteer in that regard. So just want to make sure that we're all on the same page there as well. Any other questions of Ms. Champion?
Sure, if I could, this is Dan Shopik, just to put on the record that this is to fill John Vazano's balance of his term. Mr. Vazano did submit his resignation to the town clerk earlier this week. Well, I guess it was last week. Today's Monday. But he did.
Thank you for that clarification.
He did submit his resignation.
And through the chair, I
Please.
was just curious for Kathy. First, thanks for stepping up. I know these committees and commissions are time consuming and you already do a lot. But if you could just tell us a little bit why you want to serve on the police commission, I think that would be helpful, because we've certainly seen a lot take place, and they're rounding out a great building committee. So it would be wonderful to hear why you're interested in serving and filling the remainder of this term.
Certainly. So as you know, I've had a variety of volunteer experiences with the town and other board positions. Like I was on the board of Moms Club of Trumbull, Impact Trumbull, and the Trumbull YMCA. So I look for opportunities to give back to my community, and I feel a personal connection to the police commission because my father was a police officer for the Newark, New Jersey PD, long since retired, but he was there, and I have 3 uncles who are also law enforcement for Jersey City and Newark. So I have a personal connection. I was also, I lived and worked in New York City for about 10 years, and I was there during 9/11. And it, was obviously a very profound experience for us all. But as we're nearing the 20th anniversary, I can't help but just remember that as people running away from danger and down the stairs, those men and women in blue were running up the stairs. And, as far as I'm concerned, the least I can do is offer some time to give back to my community. And I think it's a good fit.
Great, thank you very much. And thank you very much for stepping up in these circumstances to assist the town in this.
Mr. Chairman, if
please.
I could. So if Ms. Champion is confirmed by the council, and we'll send accurate and confirmed information to Tony, but there will be 2 Democrats and 3 Republicans sitting on the police commission if she's confirmed.
Thank you. Any other questions for Ms. Champion? Hearing none, I would like to ask if there is any objection to passing this resolution by unanimous consent.
Kevin, I'm gonna abstain.
Would you like to have a roll call vote?
Kevin, I'll be voting no. Yeah.
Okay, so you'd like to have a roll. Let's have a roll call vote.
Yeah.
Clerk, would you please
Thanks.
call the roll?
Kevin Shively,
Yes.
Michael Miller,
Yes.
Ashley Gaudiano,
Yes.
Mary Isaac,
Yes.
Lori Rosasco Schwartz,
I'm going to abstain.
Tony Sinto,
No.
and that's it. We have two other alternates.
Okay. Sounds to me as the resolution has passed to recommend this nominee to the town council.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And finally, our last resolution for this committee meeting. Ms. Rosasco Schwartz, would you please bring resolution TC 28-164 to the floor?
Certainly, thank you. Resolution TC 28-164, be it resolved that resolution with respect to the authorization, issuance, and sale of not exceeding 10 million Town of Trumbull general obligation refunding bonds, authorizing combining into one issue and making determinations with the refunding bonds, any other authorized but unissued bonds of the town, authorizing agreements for the investment of refunding escrow and its reinvestment over its term is hereby approved. Full resolution attached.
And do I hear a second?
Second, Ashley Gaudiano.
Thank you, Ms. Gaudiano. And I do know that Mr. Fossey is here to answer any questions that we have, just as a point of clarification, because this language is always a little convoluted. I believe that the intent, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Fossey, is that this is going to save us some money in terms of refinance. We've done this before, and in that regard, save us money up front. Is that an accurate representation?
Yes, it is.
Any other questions for Mr. Fossey about this this resolution?
Kevin.
Yes, please, Ms. Schwartz.
Thank you. Through the chair, I read through the resolution and what was attached. Can you just give a little bit more color around specifically what's going to be saved, which bond issuances are going to be rolled into this new issue, at what interest rate and so forth are we going to refinance versus what we currently had on the debt?
Would you like me to respond to that?
I believe that was a question to you through the chair. Is that correct, Ms. Rosasco Schwartz?
I believe so. It's either Mr. Fossey or Maria. I'm not sure who would be in the better position to respond, but either or is fine.
I can address that. So we're refunding the 2013 and 14 bonds, and they're callable September, but we can refund them 90 days earlier, which means we can do it as of June 20th, 2021. The savings is targeted to be about estimated about 1.1 million, and the interest rate that we're projecting to sell them as is 1.35% versus 4% that we're paying right now. We are not extending the life of the bonds. They're going to expire 2033. Any other questions?
No, but are there any other ones that are coming up, Maria, that you're aware of that would be subject to something like this as well in the coming months?
Not at this time. We were told these are the only two that are callable at this time.
But they're coterminous. These two issuances were a year apart from each other, but we're making them coterminous in the new agreement, but neither being extended. So am I to think that the 2013 is shortened by 1 year?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. And then the 1.1 million savings is simply just the difference in the interest rate. Is there anything else? That's net of any issuance costs and so forth. That's a complete net savings.
That's correct. It's net of costs associated with bonding.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind, Maria, would you mind sending me the schedule that breaks all this down? I'd love to see that.
Sure, I will.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and in fact, that might not be a bad idea just to send that to the entire committee so that we can all have that for our records.
Sure.
Any other questions for Mr. Fozzie or Ms. Pires? Hearing none, do I have any objection to passing this by unanimous consent? Hearing no objection, resolution TC 28-164 is passed by unanimous consent. That concludes the business on our agenda this evening. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.
Lori Schwartz.
So moved by Ms. Rosasco Schwartz and seconded by Ms. Gaudiano. Thank you very much. We stand adjourned.
Thank you.